which we must insist upon with everybody, that they know it. If you lose your faith, you don't know you've lost it. But if you take a man, cultured man, and you reduce him to barbarity, he doesn't know he's been barbarized. He doesn't know he's been reduced to his culture. Similar with belief. If you lose your belief, you don't know you've lost your belief. Otherwise, you'll run like hell to get back and get it. You don't know you've lost it. You think that you're okay. You think that the other guy who undertakes these labors because of faith is stupid. Why have more babies if you can avoid them? Well, don't be so stupid about it all. Because he's lost his faith. You don't know you've lost your faith. The penalty for losing your faith, which you always lose deliberately, is that you don't know, and you can't get it back by saying, okay, now I'll return to the church. Oh no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
So there's a certain blindness in all of this.
Completely, you don't know. You don't know. And you look at the other guy who's observing the law and observing his Catholic ways, you say, what a bloody fool he is. He hasn't grown up. It's this blindness. If you don't know it, so don't appeal to somebody who's lost his faith and say to him, well, you shouldn't do that. He thinks you're a fool. He doesn't know. He's lost his faith. And you don't get it back, by the way. You don't get it back easily. This is the terrible thing once you throw that pearl of great price away. You will not get it back easily. You may never get it back. You may simply go straight to hell when you die. We have prelates who don't believe these things any longer. We know they don't believe it, but they're still maintained as bishops. Why? Because superiors in Rome have lost their faith and get paid by him, or are in the same network of homosexuality, or just pals with him. So they support each other. But of course they should be fired immediately. They shouldn't be tolerated. And there should be watchdogs to make sure we know if a person is a believer or not. There was in the old church. We must be supervised. And when people do deviate, then they should be called in on the mat and said, you have deviated. And either you correct your behavior, pray for your faith, get back to it, or you leave. There must be. But that's the new conciliar church. Everything is allowed.
But that's the situation then in which the average layperson is going to have to make a decision on their own. Absolutely. Whether or not to follow this particular theologian. Absolutely. They can't rely on the Rome to sort that out for them.
No, you can't. Nowadays you cannot go to the parish priest or to the bishop or to Rome and say, what should I do? They won't tell you. They don't know, or they're already heretical and they're going to give you the opposite. Bad advice. They're going to give you the opposite of advice to what you should get. That's the unfortunate thing about it. And Bernard, you see, that's the difficulty of the layman or laywoman today who have children and who have to rear them, and for themselves too. They have got to educate themselves all by themselves.